Ma, do you know that I am the only one that likes shopping with you? Everybody else can't stand it. And I remember when I was young, it'd be me, Father, and Emmy trying to find ways to entertain ourselves because we didn't know how to deal with it. But looking back on it, when it was just you and I really didn't have a problem. Because I'd always entertain myself with crawling underneath the racks or organizing the Hello Kitty stuff or something. But then there was that period of time where I couldn't stand it or it was difficult to deal with, like my father and my sister, and then later on my father, my sister, my sister. But it eventually changed. And I'd like to say it changed with Katya because that's about the time that I became obsessed with where things were made. But looking back at it, it was before Katya. There was this girl that worked at Lone Star with me. I partied with her once or twice, or maybe, or interacted with her at work. And she asked me to go with her to pick out a sports bra or a strapless, like over the top strapless bra or something like that. Because she thought I would be a good person to help her pick it out. And I was. I was a very good person with that. Now, looking back on it, I wonder if maybe she was interested in me and that was her way to, like, get through to me. I don't know. I wasn't interested in her. She was a nice girl. She was a fun girl. But I wasn't interested in her. Just like the other girl, Mary P. Short blonde hair. Showed up at McDonald's because at this time I was working at Lone Star in McDonald's. She showed up there and she was excited. I'm at a wetlands preserves in Indiana, so that's why there's mosquitoes coming around. She was excited because she walked in with this flower, and I knew that it was goldenrod. At the time, I didn't know what type of goldenrod it was. Now I could identify it as, but at the time I didn't. I just knew it was goldenrod, and she was excited that I knew that it was goldenrod, so she came into McDonald's while I was working, because I was working like 3 days a week there or something like that. And she asked me in front of my employees, the other employees, if I wanted to go with her, something like that. Looking back on it, I realized she was asking me out on a date, but I just thought it was asking to interact with because I wasn't interested in her. So it didn't register up here. Maybe that has to do with some type of learning disabilities, but anyhow. I unflatteringly looked at my other coworkers and said, "Can I get off at da time?" Like, that was probably a big turnoff. She probably was like let down. Looking back at it, that's probably how it was. But at the time, I didn't know. I didn't care. If I'm not interested in a girl, even if I know she's interested in me, the way I've done it is pretend like I don't realize it. That's one of the ways that I've come to have half my friends females. I like hanging out with females. Yeah. I like having female friends. Now, the problem is, at one point, either the guy or the gal is going to have a crush on the other. Da, da, da. I understand that. But the way I just dealt with it is when she has a crush on me, act oblivious. That's a good way to not insult her, to not crush her or make her feel like, oh, I put all this effort towards him, he doesn't care about me, da da da. That's a good way. That's what I figured out to not have her let down and feel rejected, is just act oblivious. That's what I did. And when friends try to tell me, she has a crush on you, or she likes you, or she did da da da, I'm like, what? Oh, I just continue to act like I don't know, and that's not the case. Because if it were the other way around, I wouldn't want someone to know or acknowledge that they were rejecting me. I would want the person, the girl, to not realize it. That's the best way to not hurt my feelings. So that's what I would do to others, because I live my life by that rule. Do unto others as you would want them to do unto you. I think it's the best way. Now back to shopping, as I was saying. I would like to say it was Katya, but it really wasn't Katya. It was other girls and other people beforehand that seeked me out to go shopping with, and that's been a benefit. Now, it might have to do with growing up with four sisters, and I like my Playmobil Pirates a lot, because that's one of the few boy toys that you could change their outfits. Put this cap on, put this handkerchief on, put these arm guards, whatever you want to call them, on, and their appearance would change, and I felt like that changed their personality too. All the other Star Wars, Army Men, Guts, all that kind of constructs, really, you really couldn't change their appearance. But Barbie, glamour dolls, regular stuffed dolls, you could very easily change their appearance by changing their clothes. And I like that. So then, as time went by, and I had gal friends, semi-serious girls I was dating, serious girlfriends, they like going shopping with me, and I like going shopping with them. Actually, it got to a point with Dottie. That was a big thing with Dottie and me and our connection. At one point, I called her my dress up Dottie Dolly, because I really enjoyed picking out clothes with her, or even trying on different clothes at her place. I won't say this, but putting on and taking off clothes. enjoy that too. But anyhow, that whole concept and the whole shopping concept, some of it has to do with having ADHD and OCD. Some of it has to do with being vain, being obsessed with appearance. Yeah, I am. There's a bunch of reasons, a bunch of results from being vain and obsessed with appearances. Some of it's artistic point, but regardless. Anyhow, I am the only one that likes shopping with Judy Lindman. The only one. Nobody else likes doing that. Because it's so time consuming and like this and this, all little details that just like wear out people. Even shopping for shoes with my dad. Oh, he got so impatient and so worn out at me being particular about this and this and that. But the thing is, I feel guilty. Yeah. I don't lie very often. Very rarely. But the last time I went shopping with my ma, I lied to her. And I feel really guilty about it to this day. We were clothes shopping. So I was about to leave to go to Lincoln College. We were picking out shirts, dress shirts, semi-casual shirts, all this kind of stuff. And I was looking at the tags of where things were made. I'm very much anti-Chinese, anti-communist. And I was paying attention to it. And that was irritating my mom. Well, there's a lot of moral and ethical and religious reasons behind it. So, yeah, I'm going to worry about where things are made. But that was getting to her. So, we're picking out these white dress shirts. And I was looking at the tags where things were made. And she was getting irritated that I would turn things down if they're made in China. I got tired of dealing with that. So I lied to her and told her, because I was noticing the dress shirts, that if they're really stiff, starch, whatever, circumstantial, they're made in China. So I lied to my ma and told her I didn't like formal dress shirts that were too stiff. It wasn't the truth. I don't care about that. It's because the ones that I was seeing were made in China. And I didn't want her to get all pissy about it. So she, oh, you don't like the too stiff? Oh, okay. So she went and looked at different ones. It was a little lie, but still it was a lie. I was having a wonderful day with my ma, clothes shopping and shopping for all kinds of other things that I would need to go off to college. And I lied to her. And I regret that. I feel guilty about lying to my mom. And there it is. I'm the only one that likes shopping with my ma. And the last time I went shopping with my ma, I lied to her. There you go. That's what I wanted to say.